In Bad Boys, Ride or Die, the story shifts from the duo hunting criminals to being hunted themselves, following the events of Bad Boys for Life. The late Captain Conrad Howard is posthumously accused of working with drug cartels. The main plot: a message from beyond. Detectives Mike Lowrey, Will Smith, and Marcus Burnett, Martin Lawrence receive pre-recorded video messages from Captain Howard, warning them that he was framed and that corruption runs deep within the Miami PD. Fugitives on the run while trying to transport Mike's son, Armando Aretas, to help identify the conspirators. Their helicopter is sabotaged. Mike and Marcus are framed for the crash and the murder of the crew, forcing them to go on the run to clear their names. The real villain, the duo discovers that James McGrath, a former special ops soldier, is the mastermind working with Miami District Attorney Lockwood to facilitate cartel operations in exchange for intelligence. Character arcs: Marcus's invincibility. After suffering a near-fatal heart attack at Mike's wedding, Marcus has a vision of Captain Howard telling him it's not his time. He wakes up believing he is immortal, leading to several reckless but comedic moments. Mike's panic attacks in a reversal of roles. The usually cool Mike begins suffering from panic attacks due to the stress of his new marriage and the threat to his family. Reggie's hero moment. Marcus's son-in-law, Reggie, steps into the spot famously bullied by Mike and Marcus as a teenager in Bad Boys 2. Finally gets his justice after 20 years. The transformation, now a U.S. Marine Staff Sergeant. Reggie is no longer the awkward kid the duo once intimidated. The standout scene, while Mike and Marcus are on the run. A tactical squad invades the Burnett home. Reggie single-handedly eliminates 15 attackers in a high-octane John Wick-style sequence while the Bad Boys watch and shot by a security feed. Owning the grill, the movie ends with a symbolic passing of the torch. Mike and Marcus, who previously treated Reggie with total disdain, finally respect him enough to let him man the barbecue. Gorilla Major, honor in the Burnett household. The AMO Advanced Miami Metro Operations Team serves as the high-tech, yet retired detectives. Sanchez and Ruiz from the original films, back into service to help him. Sadly, they were in a stage crash shortly after joining his secret investigation. The hidden stash. The videos lead the duo to a storage locker Howard had kept secret for years, containing the hard evidence needed to expose the mole, Lockwood, and the mastermind McGrath. The ghostly visions. Beyond the pre-recorded videos, Howard appears to Marcus during his near-death experience. The message: while Marcus is in a coma-like state, he sees Howard on a beach. Howard tells him, "It's not your time," which fuels Marcus's belief throughout the rest of the film that he is invincible. The conspiracy, Lockwood and McGrath. The post-9/11 steal. District Attorney Adam Lockwood and former Army Ranger turned D Agent James. McGrath justified their corruption as patriotism. They claimed that by allowing cartels into Miami, they received intelligence on potential terrorist threats to the U.S. The personal connection. Lockwood was the boyfriend of Rita Sakata, the head of AMO, using his relationship with her to stay one step ahead of the police investigation. 1. The Snorri-Cam effect body-mounted rig. In the film, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence wore a specialized Snorri-Cam rig that kept their faces centered in the frame, while the world moved chaotically around them. The most famous shot in the film involves the camera spinning from a frontal view of Will Smith to a POV of his gun, then flying to follow the gun as he tosses it to Martin Lawrence. The Reggie John Wick scene. Use the footage of Reggie taking out the tactical squad. This is perfect for beat sync edits wherever it aligns with a bass drop. The Snorri cam spin. Clip the moment where the camera is attached to Mike Lowrey during the finale. This is the film's hero shot and fits perfectly with flash. And shake effects. The helicopter crash. Great for a velocity edit. Slow down the moments of impact and speed up the debris. Flying to create a dramatic flow. The FPS camera secrets. The first person shooter FPS sequence where Mike tosses the gun wasn't just digital trickery. The rig, directors Adil and Bilall used the custom Snorri cam, a rig that attaches the camera directly to the actor's body. The shot, Will Smith actually held the camera rig himself while filming. To get the gun toss effect, he would pass the entire camera and gun assembly to a stuntman or Martin Lawrence in a single fluid motion. 2 Bayhem visuals, teal and orange. The film honors the original director Michael Bay's style, often called Bayhem, color palette. The movie uses extreme teal and orange, grading to make the Miami sunset and ocean pop. Cinematography. It was shot using Arri Alexa 35 and Red V-Raptor 8K cameras, which allow for those super sharp, high-contrast action shots. Synopsis. Bad boys, ride or die sees wisecracking Miami cops. Mike Lowrey, Will Smith, and Marcus Burnett, Martin Lawrence embark on a dangerous mission to clear the name of their late police captain when he gets linked to drug cartels. Review. Firstly, they missed a trick not calling this installment Bad Boys for Life. Alas, we cannot have everything we desire. Anyway, it was inevitable that we were going to get a 4th and potentially 5th. As 2020's actual Bad Boys for Life made nearly $500 million and due to the pandemic, was in the top 3 highest grossing of that year. It has been too long since I watched the first film. However, Bad Boys 2 is a film I return to every couple of years when I require a dousing of Bayhem. Has it aged well? Nope. Is it obnoxious and overlong? Yes. Does the action rule? Hell yes. The third film I found solid, yet disappointing. It lacked the grit and sleaze of its predecessor and incorporated a bizarre supernatural element. This was a real step up from 3 and balances the slick, modernized legal sequel of the previous film with the sleaze and chaos of Bay's entries. Admittedly, it's a little bit of a rushed and rocky start, and narratively the film isn't bringing anything particularly new to the table. Yet it's clearly relishing its heightened Middle-East vibes. Performance-wise, this was certainly the best way Will Smith could properly return after the Oscars controversy. I know he had emancipation a few months after the incident, but I don't think anybody apart from me watched. Bad Boys, Ride or Die was a bullet-riddled, cackle-worthy blast of throwback fun that was a step up from my expectations. Smith and Lawrence are still a great duo. The action is killer and the balance of soap opera, sincerity and over the top. Drama balances effectively with the motor-mouthed bickering and gags. Sure, the plot isn't particularly standout, and the film is a little choppy in the first act. But when the wheels begin to fully spin, the film charges off the start line. Key storyline details. The setup. The film starts with Marcus surviving a near-fatal heart attack, causing him to feel invincible, while Mike marries his physical therapist. The conspiracy. The team discovers that Captain Howard did not commit or corruption, but was taken out, and a high-level conspiracy is actively smearing his name. The allies. Mike and Marcus must work with the advanced AMMO team led by Rita, and are forced to rely on Armando Jacob Scipio, the cartel assassin who killed Captain Howard in the previous movie and is revealed to be Mike's son. On the run, framed by the real antagonist, a former Army Ranger named James. McGrath duo becomes fugitives, fighting to uncover the truth. Action and resolution. The action culminates at an abandoned amusement park, where the team confronts the conspirators, clears Howard's name, and secures redemption for Armando, who begins to form a bond with his father, Mike. The movie focuses heavily on the theme of family, with the main duo maneuvering through high-stakes action scenes that take them from Miami to Mexico. Following the opening weekend box office success of Bad Boys for Life, Sony announced plans for a fourth Bad Boys installment, with Bremner returning to write the script. However, in April 2022, production for the film was reportedly halted due to the incident with Smith slapping Chris Rock at the 2022 Academy Awards ceremony and the subsequent investigation. Eventually, it was announced that the film was in pre-production in February 2023, with principal photography beginning on April 3, 2023, in Atlanta, Georgia, and ending on March 4, 2024. The film premiered at Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai on May 22, 2024, and was released in the United States on June 7th by Sony Pictures, releasing under its Columbia Pictures label. The film grossed $405 million worldwide, against a production budget of $100 million, and received mixed reviews from critics. For years after the death of Adil Aretas, BMPD detective Mike Lowrey marries his physical therapist, Christine. During the reception, his partner, Detective Marcus Burnett, suffers a heart attack and goes into a coma, where he experiences a vision of the late Captain Conrad Howard telling him it is not his time. When Marcus wakes up, he believes that he cannot die. Conspirators force the Miami-based money launderer to transfer a large sum to Captain Howard's account and fabricate extensive transaction records before he was executed. News reports soon link Howard to a cartel, with his legacy being posthumously tarnished. Mike and Marcus, with the help of Captain Rita Sakata and her boyfriend, mayoral candidate Adam Lockwood, aim to prove Howard's innocence. They visit Mike's son, Armando Aretas, who was imprisoned for Howard's murder. Armando reveals that Howard wasn't corrupt but knew who was, and was killed to keep their secrets, and agrees to help identify the killer. When the conspirators try to access Captain Howard's computer, a fail-safe pre-recorded video is sent to Mike and Marcus, warning them of an extensive corruption scheme within law enforcement. Howard uses the phrase Coke bottle as a code phrase, and it is revealed that he gave information to their former hacker colleague Fletcher. They go to Fletcher's club to retrieve the files, a QR code hidden in wall art that unlocks a second video from Captain Howard. However, assassins hired by the conspirators tail them to the club and kill Fletcher. Meanwhile, Armando is attacked by several prisoners, paid to silence him, but he fends them off. Mike and Marcus arrange for Armando to be airlifted to a more secure location in Miami. However, the conspirators sneak on board and kill the pilot and guards, causing the helicopter to crash. Mike, Marcus, and Armando survive but are branded as fugitives by the conspirators. When the conspirators put out a bounty, the three are hunted by both law enforcement and opportunistic criminals. Conrad's daughter, U.S. Marshal Judy Howard, swears vengeance on Armando for killing her father. With the assistance of AMMO Advanced Miami Metro Operations, members Dawn and Kelly Mike and Marcus uncover the video clues behind the murder and setup. Armando identifies the man who hired him to kill Captain Howard as James McGrath, a former Army Ranger assigned to Drug Enforcement Administration, intelligence in South America. While undercover, McGrath got captured by the cartel and was tortured until he gave up his associates, and has been working with them ever since. McGrath orchestrates the kidnapping of Christine and Collie, Judy's daughter. He then sends his men to get Marcus's family, but Marcus's Marine son-in-law, Reggie, single-handedly kills all of them. Rita, Dorn, and Kelly apprehend Lockwood after learning McGrath works for him, using Lockwood's voice in disguise to draw out McGrath by arranging for a transport plane. Out of Miami, the team engages in a fierce gunfight with McGrath's men at a former alligator-themed amusement park to rescue Christine and Collie. Later on, during the fight, Lockwood attempts to betray the team by wounding Dorn and Kelly before attempting to hijack the transport plane, but Rita shoots down the plane and stops him. Refusing to shoot him, she kicks him into the water, causing him to be devoured by an alligator. Mike confronts McGrath, who holds both Christine and Marcus hostage at gunpoint. McGrath then presents Mike with an impossible choice: pick Christine or Marcus to die. Mike, alluding to Marcus's newfound belief that he cannot die, shoots Marcus in his bulletproof vest. The chaos allows Christine and Marcus to break free before Mike shoots McGrath dead. Amidst the chaos, Judy finds Armando and Collie. Judy prepares to kill Armando, but Collie tells her mother that he saved her life. Begrudgingly grateful for his heroic act, Judy shows mercy to Armando and allows him to escape.